We're good.
Hey everybody, Mikey Warren back at the Academy of Martial Studies. Some exciting news. The Academy now is the centerpiece for recertification for all of the gate guards, the DoD police, DoD security, MPs, NSA police. Everybody now is coming to us. We're setting up these training clinics starting. First one is April 21st, 08 to 11. Be down here at the Gaffney Gym. And then the second one will be another week later, which will be the 28th of April, same time, 08 to 11. And tonight we're going to cover something a little different on the combative side, but definitely good to know. I was talking with Joe. We kind of agree this is more if this was jiu-jitsu on the purple belt level, but the black belt's on today with the radon tactics instructorship because this is more on the defensive tactics side of the house. Weapons retention, weapons presentation, cuffing procedures, and we're going to start with one person at a time, then we'll build up towards 2 officers on one suspect. So Matt's been gracious and kind enough to actually be the bad guy today. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of the techniques that are coming, kind of a teaser reel, if you will. So I'll do it slow, explaining what's happening, then we'll do it closer to combat speed, but not fully because I don't want to mess Matt up a little bit before we get into our techniques. After that, we're going to do a quick seminar on how to defeat Taekwondo and Tang Sudo and standard traditional karate guys in a tournament type environment. Because Academy Warriors, those of you that are interested in Martinsburg, West Virginia, we got April 25th. There's a big tournament there. One of my masters, Paul Mason Sr., has asked us to come out and bring a little reality back to that world up there. There's a lot of great people up there, a lot of good practitioners of the martial arts, but they don't know necessarily what they're lacking. So we're hoping to get a bunch of the gang here together and say, hey, here's what's up. So to start with, my right hip is going to represent where my weapon is. There are a few officers that are left-handed. We can work left and right side as we always do, but we're going to start with this very simple. To start with, we're going to do everything here from an interview stance because most of these gate guards and officers are going to be approached not sitting in their vehicle or anything like that. They're going to have somebody drive up or they're going to have somebody walk up. Now, obviously, I need to manage the distance and manage the damage, but now there's another weapon in play, a life-taking weapon. Now, this pistol can be used just as easily against myself as I could use against a suspect, but we have what's called a continuum of force. Escalation of force. The first thing is officer presence. I'm there, got a badge, I got a gun, there's lights around, person should see that I'm there. Second thing is I'm going to try what we call verbal judo, which is what our students will also be learning. So with that, I'll be like, hey man, calm down. Look, you can't come on base. I'm sorry, your ID card's expired. You'll have to come back tomorrow when the visitor center's open. And I try to negotiate peacefully with the person, give them options instead of just telling them straight up no. But at the entire time I'm doing this, you'll notice I'm taking the weapon side and I'm placing it a little bit further away from him, making my body a little bit smaller of a target.
Blading.
Yep. And speaking of blading there, Joe, we'll also be teaching knife defenses from a knife attacks from this position as well. But today we're just worried about weapon retention. So Matt's just got the left and right arms. He's only got the 2 so far. And he has to decide for himself if he wants to try to approach. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hands in neutral position. This looks quiet, it's peaceful, it's calm. I can say it's calm down, and I can reach straight to the face. Palm crushing in the nose, covering up the eyes. I don't necessarily have to damage him. I'm not eye gouging. I'm just placing a palm there and stepping off at an angle, so I'm not where he last saw me. Next thing I'm looking at is if he's just all out tackling, going up for the upper body, I'm going to bring both hands up and making a little triangle or V and hit for one of his collarbones. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to make a small circle and push, blade, and start to defend my weapon. Okay, I still have a chance to talk this down. But let's say for some reason the person is very quick, very spry, and they reach for my weapon. First thing I'm going to do, if we turn with me, is put my hand on top of his hand. If this weapon's in the holster, my body weight's going down. And he has to figure out not only how to work on the retention, it could be a single button, could be a lever, a switch, there's different types of holsters, whatever you're going on, regardless, you want your hand on top. At this point, he's reached across body, just like if we're doing a handshake. So with this free hand, I'm going to make that half triangle, and I'm catching for the shoulder area. So this is going to stop his body, and to take him off balance, I'm going to turn. Not only does this give me a better idea of my situation, you can see it's bringing him down to the ground. Now, once he's there, I'm still pulling his arm. This becomes pressure, and I now have an arm bar. To control his position from this side stance, I don't want to take a top mount. I don't want to take a side mount. I want to chest on chest because I have to maintain my mobility. He may have friends, he may have buddies, and I need to see what's going on around him. So what I'm going to use is my knee, sorry Matt, on his back. So you see my pressure here, and I'm gonna go a little light on him because I'm gonna talk this through. And from this position, I need to get my hands free. Well, I have this nice arm bar here, but how am I gonna do that? Well, I'm glad I asked myself. I'm gonna take his arm, place it palm away from me, on my neck. Sorry, Matt, you can tell this is uncomfortable. Now, normally I'm gonna do this real quick, so take a deep breath. With his body weight, hands are free. Go ahead and try to pull your arm out. Can't. If he starts to, my arms come in on the back of his elbow. So I have a lot of control here. If I see a threat coming at me from the side, I maintain the arm control and I switch to the knee on neck. Same posture, except now, if you come a little bit this way, the camera, Joe, please, thanks. This arm, notice I still have it on my knee, comes up, and I'm able to reach under and control the figure 4 or place it here. And the reason I'd want to have his arm back here is because I want to be able to restrain the individual for his safety and mine. Place it. Now I'm going to hold this here. I have his wrist. It's uncomfortable, right, Matt?
Very.
And I can ask him for his other arm. Can I have your other arm, please? And he's like, F you, I hate F the police. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press both knees for increased pressure using this cuff, okay? This cuff from my manipulation point, and I'm going to scoop the elbow, up at the elbow, take the other cuff that I've already pre-charged, so it's halfway there, work it, boom. All right, buddy. Stay calm, conduct my search, check through. Never step over top of a suspect, conduct your search. Okay, listen, I hope you're calm now, and I'm going to be able to control him, take him to his kneeling positions, or just let the dogs off loose on him, whatever you want to do, all right? So that's one movement in a nutshell, okay? Obviously, I'd lock the cuffs in place if I was worried that I wasn't going to have good control of Matt here. It's just for his safety so these don't continue to crunch down on him. And the idea is vigilance. I have to observe my 360 surroundings and still be able to communicate my intent. Okay? That was crossbody. All right? Sorry, Matt, I know that's pretty tight. All right, so now crossbody again. I'm gonna do it a little bit quicker. I'm not actually gonna put the cuffs on him this time just to save your wrist. So we saw the intent behind this. What gives me the momentum is one, I'm blocking him. When I'm blocking him, this leg is stepping back, not just to protect my weapon, but now I can receive his energy, his weight coming towards me, make sure the weapon's back, and this turn is what allows me to row about or control his shoulder and spine towards the ground. So a little bit faster when it comes in, hey sir, calm down, it's cool, I may block. If he gets his hand on my weapon, now I'm going for the back of his shoulder. This motion, you see how it starts to turn his spine? Arm weights here, knee, stay back. Are you putting this on rock star? Okay, get my good side, all right? So from here, if I need to, I can transition to knee on neck. Okay, I saw my whole 360. My arm weight's gonna come here. I can reach under, I can reach over and grab, but my knees now are here. Cuff, scoop, pull, cuff. Time, all right? Now, if we're looking at, thanks Matt, the same side grab. So now, that was the cross arm, we'll pick on the other one here. I appreciate it, he's been a great sport, guys. All right, so, slow motion, he's reaching for this weapon the same side. Now, most of us would think about punching, right? We have to worry about lawsuits, especially if you're wearing a badge. So it's gonna be an open hand towards his neck. This point will give us an advantage because under his ears, in line with his Adam's apple or trachea, is what's called the vagal nerve. By striking that, the blunt area of my forearm, the knife edge of my hand, I'm going to shoot a nerve shock all the way down what's called his radial nerve. And hitting the vagus nerve affects the heart rate and breathing. Stun someone hard enough, they can even lose control of their bladder and bowels. I've had it happen when I've landed on someone just playing around.
Gene LaBelle.
All right, so with this position here, he comes up and bladed, I strike, okay? From here, what I'm gonna look at doing is I'm gonna clear this arm away from my weapon So this hand, once it strikes, is going to slide down to his elbow. I'm going to make a circle and under. So now I have his chest. His arm is up. A lot of the grapplers are already thinking about positions like this, but that gives this other hand free. You can still try to reach for my gun, so I'm not going to worry about wrapping him up. What I need to do is demobilize him. I got to get him off his feet. So from here, this hand is going to grab up to lift his chin. This is going to hit the small of his back or his foot. Slam, and I stay with him. See how my shoulder's holding his position down? So I have this arm. I'm going to reach up. He may even turn towards me, which is great, because I have now my shin as a lever. This hand still protects. I'm going to push his palm down. Pull. Knee on shoulder, knee on back, knee on neck. And I go right back to the cuffing procedures. Once I deal with the initial threat, from whichever side or angle it comes from, I want to make sure that the cuffing procedures, or how I control the arm or get him face down, is the same. Anyone guess why? Would you rather learn 3 ways to get to that position, or 30 different things to do once you're on the ground? What's going to give you a better muscle memory? So if you remember, bang, and from that position, either circle or circle. We're either starting him face down, or we're getting him face up. So I'm going to show this a little bit faster. Set these aside since we've already established the cuffing procedures, the quick pull and everything. So Matt's going to reach for my weapon. He's going to go same side. Bang! Vagus nerve hit. All right, from here I have his hand. I'm going to shove that away using my body weight, not my arm strength. This arm's going to slide. So I'm tricep to tricep to elbow and just circle around. Boom. Push, pull. Okay? Go ahead and lay back real quick. I'm going to demonstrate this once more before we go full speed. So he's here. So I'm going to drag the arm and put my leg in the way. Having that leg in the way puts an arm bar on him. So I have this here. I can break his arm. Yeah, that was a motivated tap. So I have a lot of leverage. I have 2-on-1. Bang. He can't turn towards me. Try to. Because my body weight is stronger than his one arm. So I lift, drive. That could be an accidental strike if you need to. Set it here. That's like, at this, I'm going to put it behind my back. It hurts less. If I need to get more leverage out of this, I reach under, and it's just a Kimura. Other arm, please. Other arm, please. You are so polite. Thank you. I have his thumb. I can cuff here. Once I have that, pull, cuff. So let's see this close to combat speed. Sorry, close to subject arrest and control speed. So he's here. Sir, calm down. I'll get you a pass. Boom. Pull from here. See this? Boom. Staying with him. Going controlled. He's not scrambling around. Taste, taste. Thanks, man. Now, last little bit of a sneak peek. We're just going to discuss an acebaton. We're just going to use a collie stick because it's simple. Jay, I'd like to recruit you, please. So the acebaton is not meant to be a purposeful bludgeoning weapon in the law enforcement land. You notice I'm holding it in my left hand. Anyone know why?
Right hand for your gun.
Right side's lethal, left side's non-lethal. That's so in the scuffle or the panic of a fight, I don't accidentally go for my taser and bang, shoot somebody. It still happens. People still manage to do that. So I know my acebaton's over here. Boom. When I pull this up, it's going to extend. My goal here is if you're reaching for my weapon, no, just hitting. Reach for the other side, no, hitting. To keep a person back, our target areas, upper medial part of the arm, medial part of the thigh, forearms, and if I have to, I can hit to the chest or push back. It was powerful, but did that harm you?
No.
Okay, and it was unexpected. Yeah. So, with this baton, if he gets his hands on my weapon, nothing really changes. I may say, stop, stop. I may try to hit his arm, but if I come around and under, I now have baton to work with to help with that leverage. So now I have this and get my cuffs, cuff that up. And have your other arm, please. I let off the pressure a little bit so he's there. So we'll go into those. And last but not least is the grab from behind. It happens, people are ninjas. So I've got a resident ninja here, you know, all right? And I've had this happen. He gets the gun. Oh snap. I saw this on YouTube, pun intended. Now I need to create distance away and weaken his grip. If I go this way, easier to grab something like this than like this, correct? And he's behind me, it's bad. You can turn it into grabs and everything. So my head's gonna go forward. My hand's gonna go on top of his. I'm probably gonna have both hands on him. Now I'm gonna take a step and turn back. You guys see how I have his wrist? Now, I'm just gonna pull, tap when he hurts. Okay, so I have this here. Now I can take a step, drag, using my leg again, turn here, up, got my knee on his back. Oh crap, stay back, stay back. I'm here. Can I have your other arm, please? Oh, so polite, thank you so much. Let me get you up here. So behind, but you notice the same position, same thing with open hand as with ass baton. We'll cover that in our future lessons. Alrighty. On.
So essentially this is a resting technique, but this is when they're being passively resisted, so the arms are tucked here. So what I want to do is I'm going to drive the arm, my leg inside here, and hook the arm here. From here I'm going to come back around and get them in like a kimura, okay? From here I'm going to say, hey sir, give me your arm, give me your arm, give me your arm, give me your other arm, put it behind your back. And then from there I'm going to take the arm. So essentially their arms are tucked here, so I want access to this arm. So I'm going to throw my knee inside, I'm going to put heavy pressure in here. From here I'm going to grab the arm here, I'm going to grab this in this kind of a grip here and pull behind their back. From here I'm going to seek pain compliance, bring your arm around, and then from here I'm going to handcuff the suspect, okay? Good deal? All right. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi everybody, we're back again. Mikey Warren at the Academy of Martial Studies. We just went over some of our defensive tactics, arresting tactics with retention of the sidearm. We talked a little bit about the ass baton. We even demonstrated some takedowns and some joint control and manipulation with it, and the safe ways to strike a suspect to keep them away and keep your weapon safe. Now, we're gonna have some fun. Before I show these secrets on how to destroy these arts, let me apologize to my fellow Tang Sudo, Taekwondo, and traditional karate cut practitioners. You guys are quite powerful. Some of your masters are amazing, and your feet and angling is deadly. Having said that, and acknowledging I hold several black belts in the aforementioned arts, there are some things that a modern fighter can do, and I hope you guys are taking notes back there so you can adjust your arts as need be to destroy a fighter who prefers to stay stand up, likes to do a lot of jump and angles. So to start with, I'm going to demonstrate a few of the angles that a lot of your Tang Sudo and Taekwondo players and some of your karate guys like to use in their point style tournaments. Start with your Olympic guys are usually hands behind their back. Pray you get a guy like that. Their arms stand, elbows, watch for the top of the head, just let them have it. They won't get them up in time. Other fighters will come in with a nice stance, protecting the back jaw. They get this arm out, the rear heel is up, knees are bent. That's somebody who's at least been punched in the mouth a few times. They will try to close a distance with front leg, front kicks. They may throw hooks or side kicks. They may come straight at you at first. They try to get over that initial fear of the fight. Front legs, because it's quicker. Less experienced guys will throw from the back leg. They may spin. But what makes them effective, it's not necessarily the power behind the kick. If this kick lands, just like anything, it's gonna hurt, right? However, how they get there is the key. They may stand off at a distance, but they're gonna try to take a step. Then they drop and kick at that angle. They may punch, back fist, spinning back fist with the other lead. They may step in front, come over top. That's it. So to show this square off a little bit, Matt. The judges, to each other, they do a lot of that stuff. It's great, shows respect, shows camaraderie. They usually come up, some guys will touch fists, fighting stance, guys drop his hand, and it's on. So what I'm looking at right now is most fighters will come in, they'll start moving and circling, right? MMA guys, right? They know what it's like to get kicked in the head. So my hands for this type of fight are gonna come up higher. Because instead of just the thigh kicks, the body kicks, these guys are all about looking in the eyes and kicking in the back of the head. Now if you come forward a little bit, I'm just gonna place it there. Just back with your left hand. And I'm just gonna place it, okay? I'm looking at him, I'm hitting him in the back of the head. Okay? Brought it over his head to show that the height's not an issue. Did I stretch my legs before we started? No. It's natural. What'll make this effective now, so if his hands are up, protect yourself the same way, is if I fake, throw, step, now I've got my body weight behind me. Okay? That's their primary attack. They'll step off, boom, and come in. There's their kick. They wanted you to back away from them so they can create what? Space. They have to have space for kicks, with the exception of 2 kicks. Front kick, axe kick. Even when they throw a spinning crescent kick, they need space to pull it off. One way that they'll get that is they'll jump, create vertical space. Guy's jumping, what's he doing? Go in, go in.
Close the gap.
Yes, that's our school motto, close the gap. We have to close the gap with the fighter. But when we do so, we know reverse punches, elbow. Very seldom we see the uppercut, but it happens. But what you are going to see a lot of are back fists. Back fist, reverse punch. Where does hands go? Up. Where did I hit?
Down.
So I said bang, bang. There's my hit, boom, boom. There's a space. See how I backed up? But bing, right to the head. So, Matt, look a little lower because I know you haven't stretched your legs. I want you to apply to the best of your ability some of the taekwondo movements, and I'm going to show you how to cut those angles, okay? My chin is in. My eyes are forward. So if you hit something, it's here. My hands are going to be a little higher than usual. Why are my elbows in so tight? They like to kick the ribs. Kick my ribs, please, Matt. See how I drop my elbow? Other side, please. It's there. I'm not going, blah! I'm not blocking. I'm just bing, bing, even through their shin pads. They're not going to like you. Even they make it a point, but they won't walk right for the next week. They'll think about you. So my hands are here, but if Matt drops a kick towards my head, I have to be able to cover. Cover, throat strike, cover, throat strike, cover, throat strike. It's one of our videos. It's our first movement when we're trying to kill somebody. So as he's throwing his kick, I'm moving. Set form, okay? Throw a different punch kick combo, whatever you want. Now, I don't even know he's gonna throw. It's there, boom. Brought his foot straight up. Brought my arm in. You felt how it turned him? Did you feel how it turned you? And went bang, straight back. Once I get this distance, go ahead and do your natural thing, step back. Just, you beat the body, your head will die, right, Master Mason? Yes. So, you're gonna stay in. Chase him out of the ring. Quite literally, we got a ring here, right? Matt throws something else. My arms come in. Ah! Tuck your shins, you'll hit your head. Loud yells, it's important. Everybody loves it. Kids love it. The ladies love it. The fellas love it. All right? So what I did is he came in. I just bladed. My arms in. Said, oh, hello. Threw. Always give that finishing punch. Ah! He has pads on. Let it fly. Easy enough, right? Give me that back fist reverse punch, okay? Match you. See how I created space? What am I getting him to do? Come forward. So he throws that. I'm there. He's got space. What's probably coming next? I'm in. Ah! Thanks, man. Sweaty hands. You're familiar with some of the basic kicks, right? Okay, so come on forward. I just want to show you what this angle looks like coming at you. Then you guys can practice on each other. Sensei, butter each other. Loose. They say oos a lot. It's supposed to mean perseverance, but it's like dude in karateka language. So we're up, my chin's in. My shoulders are high, protects the ears. My hands are right here, right at the side of my face. My body is turned in and my knees are bent. So you can throw whichever combination you'd like. I move in. See how my hands are right there? Yeah, you had the punch. You see where my hands were? Okay, so throw a couple. Boom, boom. All I did is bring my hands from here to here. Saw the one leg on the ground. Did it even hit you hard? Now, what did I forget to do? Yeah!
Yeah.
You look like you're wiping blood off. It's even cooler, okay? Try any other kind of punch kick combo you like. I'm in my position and bladed. Here's my kick. He's keeping at my distance. I move in. So I just throw a foot. And I move in. Whatever you like. I'm right there. Am I even really blocking? No, I'm here, boom. And I stick to him. So throw our hands fast. Step, I'm here. Hey, only the long one if it's on camera. Okay? So here's the drill for you guys, all right? One of you is gonna have the gloves on, all right? Your goal is to throw a foot, follow up with hands. If you're the one without the gloves, your job is to keep your eyes on your opponent, body in, roll it, step. Get a trip, get a strike. If your partner, for example, if you step in on me and I back up, throw a kick. Boom! That's it. That's all it takes. That's it. You may get some fancy guys, okay, if you come on forward, Jay. Thanks. That'll do some tricky footwork. Those guys are great to watch. Loose, 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 loose. They're here, right? So they make boom, change stance on you. Change stance on you. Change, whoop, let's move in. Did you see it coming? What did he do? Made it easier for me. If I'm swinging a baseball bat at you and you know you're still in the range, what's the best way for you to go?
Yes, yes.
So I'm gonna throw something else. Doesn't matter what I throw. Boom, and in. That's it. Same time, ready? Good, good. Keep those hands up, okay? Good. Now something. Boom, there you go. Follow it up and back it up. Boom, 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 boom. Knock them all the way out of the cage. Cage, sorry, brain. Okay? Once you get your opening, what they're used to is like, just like a boxer, check across the crowd. And then they're looking for the next strike. No, 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 no. We're gonna worry about expending energy. We're just gonna do it all at once. So, I'm gonna move again, and cover it in, and you're gonna close the gap. Here, boom, okay? Move, 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 punch, 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 punch. Boom. Don't give me a chance to get my balance. Wait, I fell. What do you do? Yeah. Okay. So we'll work this drill. You get the gloves out. Thanks everybody. You got questions, hit us up. tappingwillsave.com. Sorry TKD and TSD guys. Love you. Love your art. You still practice it. Add the realism. Energy. Put force against each other. Motion. Move around. You got to get that angles. Develop timing. Timing to close the gap. Don't create space. Not unless you absolutely have to or being super devious. Be safe.